Greetings, cosmic angels of the golden age rising, the eyes of the spirit fully open, revealing all things. With these powerful energies coming in, we're feeling and experiencing many metaphysical things. I know myself and others last night had very intense dreams, crazy dream time with these higher dimensional missions going on. We're experiencing intense energies, intense feelings, very vivid dreams, lucid dreaming, 15 and 51 coming in, 55. As I was preparing for today's transmission, it came through silver wings, and this is connected to the divine goddess, the moon energies and enlightenment, the etheric angelic wings that are forming around the sacred human vessel, and also the energy of the blue bear. This is with the bear medicine. And in yesterday's transmission, we spoke about the energy of the divine goddess, Venus, Inanna, and the blue rose. So we're seeing this blue energy coming through in many ways. On the way to the office today, as I was contemplating these Venusian energies, riding by me on a bike was divine goddess with these bright blue shorts on that were very bright. I mean, you couldn't miss them. It's like fluorescent blue. And I thought, obviously, there's a synchronicity with the goddess energy and blue wave, blue ray, also connected to Archangel Michael. And then literally less than a minute later, maybe 30 seconds, another divine goddess walking by with bright blue shorts. So I know some of you are going to leave a comment that right when you heard that, you saw some feminine energy with blue shorts on. There's going to be at least one of you. Come on now. Let us know. So with the grandfather spirit bear medicine coming in, and also the lapis lazuli blue of the medicine Buddha by Jai Guru, these are also connected with the healing waters. Today again, reports are coming in of flooding around this realm. Today, I believe in Sicily, and also more flooding in Germany. Also more people reporting about this strange phenomena, these massive walls of foam coming out of the ocean in southern Africa, in Cape Town, and the energy of this comet Neowise, the new wisdom, or the wisdom of the one. This is prophecy of the new earth, of the new times, the new energy, the new Eden. As soon as I'm done with this recording, I'll be connecting with Neowise, regardless if I can see her visually or just connect energetically. It's supposed to be seen, I believe, in the northwestern skies, right around sunset. So we'll see if we can find her today. But many amazing photos are coming in still from around the world. And all light workers, star seeds, what we now call star blossoms, are getting these activations and upgrades from this powerful comet, the sacred Kachina. Today we had a 21 hertz manifestation on the Schumann charts. And there was a strange anomaly from yesterday in the church, which looked like a gateway or a doorway. So we know the gates, heaven's gates, are fully open, or the heavenly gates, what people call the pearly gates. That's symbolic. What we call, in the Zen Buddhist, the gateless gate. For the mind is truly the gate. The mind is the doorway, and it is intrinsically empty. From the emptiness comes form, and out of this formless form, we get the thought. Then from the thought, manifestation, and action, or what we call activity, motion, movement, from the still center, the still, silent void, what science calls the singularity. We had over 118 M1.5 or greater earthquakes in the last 24 hours. The most powerful, we had a 5.8 in Panama at 2139 UTC, which is 7.471 degrees north of the equator. 81.922 longitude. We had a trinity again in South America in the Sacred Andes Mountains. Actually, one was in the Andes and two on the coast. We had one on the coast of Peru, just outside the Andes, at 4.4. Then off the coast of Chile, a 4.0. And right on the border of Chile and Argentina and Bolivia, you got that the trinity, the trifecta connected to the 3 trinity, which was right on the Tropic of Capricorn, another 4.0. So we have the 444 energy through this trinity of activations and portal openings. And then again today, we're the trinity of mountains in Asia, of the 3 sacred mountains, the Tian Shan, the Kunlun, and the Himalayan, and what is called Tajikistan, 101 kilometers depth, at 1733 UTC, a 4.0, 37.044 latitude, 71.458 longitude. So encoded within this powerful earthquake was a 17, 71, 37, and 73. Heaven on earth. Aho. We'll start today's first transmission from Isis Channelings. Venus, Inanna, at Gate of Authority at Crown Chakra. Tomorrow, July 16th, Venus, Inanna, begins her journey of descent in alignment with ancient Sumerian Babylonian goddess myth of Venus, Inanna's journey of death, renewal, and empowerment. It is a story of duality, light meeting shadow, and it so happens that Venus is currently embodying the archetype of the Gemini meta-goddess, the twins, the same cycle that was present during the 2012 gateway of ushering in a brand new timeline of sowing the seeds of awakening of the divine feminine maiden aspect. This time around, we enter the second aspect of the Trinity, the creation aspect of the mother. The Gemini aspect has a myriad shades to it, like the rainbow. Iris, the rainbow goddess. Ixchel, the Mayan triple goddess of rainbow light, the shapeshifter, medicine woman, and Athena, the warrior goddess. In fact, for the ancient Mayans, Venus was the revered deity representative of the energy of the enlightened ones, the ones with the rainbow light body, Christ, Buddha, Quetzalcoatl, the plumed serpent. Hence to say that the Gemini archetype is the mother of all Venus archetypes would not be wrong. And tomorrow Venus, who is closest to Earth right now, and also at her brightest, will begin her descent journey into the underworld. Physically, we will see her lower in the sky and steadily lose her brightness at each of the 7 to 8 gates every month. The gateways where we meet the waning balsamic moon in the morning sky, which corresponds to the Sumerian myth where she passes through 7 gateways of the underworld on her journey to meet her twin, dark shadow sister. The balsamic moon is the final stage of the old moon, representative of release and letting go, and gathering the courage to enter the void, darkness, subconscious. At each gateway, Inanna, queen of heaven and earth, will be required to give up a vestment, garment, or jewelry, which is symbolic of her giving up, releasing a symbol of her power, ego, identity, sense of entitlement, status. As we journey with her, we too delve into our deep subconscious and acquiescent to the release and let go of our shadow aspects, ego constructs, false beliefs, distorted thought processes and patterns, masks, all that keeps us from aligning with our true, authentic selves. We prepare ourselves to be stripped bare of all the layers of protection we place around us for the sake of survival. It's a journey of courage, of delving deep into the shadows and voids, of overcoming fear, of acceptance, of showing your real face to the world and owning it. It is a journey of co-creation, of death, rebirth, and empowerment that comes with embracing, acknowledging, accepting, healing, integrating our shadow, false aspects. Definitely not a journey for the faint-hearted. For this time, the Gemini meta-goddess is in the Trinity avatar, Iris, Ixchel, Athena, maiden, mother, queen, and warrior. And did I mention that Aldebaran, eye of illumination, star of Archangel Michael, of warrior protection, is throwing his weight behind Venus on this current journey? So if you wish to undertake this journey along with the goddess, you begin by greeting her in the early morning sky, an hour before sunrise. As she meets the waning moon, Aldebaran is close to, at the gate of authority at the crown chakra. Here she gives up her crown, the symbol of her power and status of queen of heaven and earth. Along with her, we too begin a month-long journey of releasing all ego, pride, attention-seeking patterns and distortions that prevent us from meeting our divine goddess light, our connection to pureness and light, our divine spiritual self. You may also sit in ceremony and decorate your altar with violet crystals and flowers associated with the crown chakra. You may place symbols associated with Iris, Ixchel, Athena, Venus, and Inanna. Since the Trinity aspect is very evident in this Gemini meta-goddess archetype, you may also place Trinity symbols at your altar. As mentioned in an earlier post, Blue Rose, Legacy of Venus. This particular Venus cycle is in a union gateway with Sirius, where again we are zeroed in on the Trinity aspect of the blue ray plus magenta ray equaling the violet ray. The Trinity aspect is particularly central to the ancient divine wisdom aspect, a foundational creation that sentinels of the goddess are in the process of bringing back now into relevance via remembrance, an aspect of the feminine wizard, Ixchel, of empowerment, of the return of the goddess to the power process. Be light in grace, from isischannelings.wordpress.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Sandra Walter, the Divine DNA Decree. Highest orders of divine light, let us unify in this now. Remove all distortions across the realms. Replace them with the cosmic light of love, peace, and divine will, eternally sustained across all timelines and parallel realities. From theascensionpath.com. And from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Pars Kute. Our human incarnation is one in a series of incarnations that emerge from our common soul consciousness contained within our quantum DNA. Our soul's DNA structure is conceived into the energy matrix of the Earth from the time of her primary inception as a planet destined to carry an awakened civilization, overseen by the Pleiadian star mothers and the galactic family of light. The Earth is a sacred land on which the divine human is poised to thrive as a caretaker and awakened, divinely conscious soul, with sacred love of one, Pars Kute. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel, remember that as you shift into the higher state to be in the world, but not of it, it can at times seem as if you are the onlooker looking at life on planet Earth, especially now from a much higher perspective. It is as if you were viewing life from afar, even though your physical body is still in it. Your own soul has broken free and is soaring above it all. It can appear surrealistic at times. That is how it is meant to be. I'm quite used to this, as in the last few years, I so often see what others cannot see, download what others cannot download, and have insights and visions that others cannot tap into. However, in the last few months, this has escalated as the energy shifts now are immensely powerful. In truth, reality as we understood it is no more. You see, everyone's still acting out life in the 3D, but you have transcended that. You are in a new life, a new world, which is forming, and you do not wish to be part of the old anymore. It moves you no longer. Such is the blessing and challenge at this time to maintain the higher states, while one is still present in form, yet not present. The more we honor the higher pathways of the heart, and the more we honor and respect our own bodies, minds, spirit, and soul, and work at integrating our highest soul truth and calling into our sojourn on planet Earth, the more empowered we become. Yet more than this, to truly live one's highest soul purpose and calling is the only reason why we are here on this planet at this time. When the quest for serving the divine with all our hearts, minds, might, and soul are greater than the sum total of all else, then we cannot do and be other than that. It is what makes our hearts and souls sing and our spirits soar and fly. It is what gives us the wings to fly higher than an eagle, and to be carried on the wings of angels and archangels and the Mother herself. We are first and foremost here to serve. We are here to love and become the love that we would like to see change the world. Relationships come secondary to our highest soul purpose and calling, for there is nothing greater than the purpose for which the soul was created. To me, all paths and pathways lead back to love. Love of self, love for another to the extent that one loves oneself, love for the greater family and friend circles, love for the greater human family. There is not one single soul alive on this planet who does not wish deep down to be loved and accepted for whom and what they are. There is not one single soul who is not worthy of love and being loved. From JudithKusel.com. From Divine Sister of the Light, Elizabeth Peru. Right now, it could seem that our reality has changed. Perhaps you've undergone some personal challenges over the past 5 days. I encourage you to look a little deeper and consider that a great layer of truth, a clarity of perspective is actually being reached. Many could feel disconnected, but only from the old reality. Indeed, a new way is forming. Pluto is making its closest approach to Earth all year, and Pluto is right opposite the Sun with Earth and you in between. So much is developing under the surface right now. Trust. From ElizabethPeru.com. From Divine Bro Star of the Light, Daniel Scranton. Negative thoughts, beliefs in your vibration, the 9D Arcturian Council. Channeled by Daniel Scranton. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are very familiar with the processes that you all have for manifesting what you want to manifest into your reality. We have seen you using your thoughts, your minds, and your ability to focus on what you want in order to experience that creation. Some of you realize that you create 100% of your reality, and therefore you can get very upset at yourselves whenever you think a thought that contradicts the reality you want to experience. You feel as though you are sabotaging yourselves whenever you allow a belief to come to the surface that runs contrary to what you want to experience in your reality. We would prefer that you saw those moments as opportunities, becoming aware of a thought or a belief that you have been holding for decades of your life as a key factor in releasing that unwanted, limiting thought or belief. Once you become aware of it, then you can go deeper. You can ask yourself if what you are thinking has a particular vibration. The answer, of course, is always going to be yes. Once you determine the vibration of what you are thinking, then you can come to a deeper understanding of what your typical vibration is. That awareness will serve you very well, because you cannot change what you are vibrating unless you are aware of what you are vibrating. Therefore, we recommend that you get happy when you come across one of these unwanted and limiting thoughts. They are your clues. They are your breadcrumbs leading you back to what you are vibrating at the very core of your being. And again, what you are vibrating is significant. It is in fact how you create your reality. You can think thoughts all day long on purpose to try to cover up what you are actually vibrating, but they will not affect your vibration all by themselves. You have to do the work. You have to acknowledge the vibration is there, feel into it, release it, and exchange it for a better feeling one. And then we advise you to take note of the thoughts that come into your conscious awareness. They will then reflect to you the beautiful work you have done on shifting your vibration. You are the creators of your reality, but you need to go deeper than thinking thoughts and creating vision boards if you want to make gigantic leaps forward in your manifestation abilities. You are all capable of living beautiful lives, teaching others how to live beautiful lives, and affecting the human collective consciousness by demonstrating how it is possible to shift one's overall vibration and climb out of the conditions that a person is living who is not happy. You are the ones to lead humanity, and now is the perfect time to start demonstrating to your fellow humans how manifestation is really accomplished there on planet Earth. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. From DanielScranton.com, and from Tibetan Buddhist Master Shamtrul Rinpoche, with love and compassion, but without attachment or aversion, let your mind be the space for all appearances to arise. And there again we have the synchronicity with the mind being intrinsically empty, and in that emptiness is where the thought arises. 222 coming in, and 2222 energies. Today from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 108, yellow, self-existing star. Self-existing is the name for the number 4, and its key words are definition, form, and measure. The 4th day of a wave spell is about taking stock, looking at the details so that you are well informed as you proceed. It's the 4th day of the Red Serpent wave spell and the 3rd portal day in a row. To get the most out of this journey, we must follow the instructions step by step like a treasure hunt. We pick up the clues along the way. Today's clue is about paying attention to the little things. Today is Yellow Star, which represents beauty, art, and elegance. These days are all about appreciating the beauty in our lives. Throw open your curtains and rejoice the day. See the beauty in everyone you meet. We are all stars. Wear something gorgeous, engage in art, and make your world a prettier place. As it is a number 4 day, and that represents definition and form, this suggests that there is beauty in examining the world in finer detail. And today, from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, yellow, self-existing star, Kin 108, 15 July 2020, defining beautiful forms. 15-7-2020 equal 15-7-22 equals 6-11 equals 17 equal 8. 15, charisma, magnetism, alchemy. 6, heaven, Christ, harmony. 7, magic, mystic, spiritual initiation. 11, portal, gate, polarity. 8, abundance, infinity, flow. Kin 108 equal 9, destiny, service, compassion, humanity, grace. 108 is a sacred number. The Hindus and the Buddhists claim that there are 108 divine names for God. Thus their prayer mala beads have 108 beads on a string with one guru bead around which the other 108 beads rotate like the planets around the sun. Mala beads are used for counting repeat mantras. Ancient Vedic mathematicians viewed 108 as a number of the wholeness of existence. This number also connects the sun, moon, and earth. The average distance of the sun and the moon to earth is 108 times their respective diameters. According to yogic traditions, there are 108 pithas or sacred sites throughout India, and there are also 108 Upanishads and 108 marma points, or sacred places on the body. Jose Arguelles, Valom Votan, the father of the dream spell, always spoke of the galactic mind transmission with the law of time as GM108X, and Kin 108 operates in the mental realm, activating this codex. As I write this, it is now 8:08 p.m. local time, Kapow, divine truth. Also 8:8 is the Lion's Gate, which the Lyran energy is coming in fully now. So Kin 108 is very sacred and divinely special day. This day has a very dreamy, ethereal quality to it. Tune in and feel it. It's a lovely day today. So whatever you've got to do, you've got a lovely day to do it in, that's true. It's a lovely day for saying it's a lovely day. That's from a song, Lovely Day, from Joseph Baldassare. Another divinely ordained day. Get up and manifest your starry destiny. Day 4 in the Red Serpent wave spell of survival instinct, Kundalini rising, life force, passion, and rapid transformation through shedding our old skin. Today we define what it is to activate our Kundalini energy and greater life force through our passion in creating our art. Tone of creation, self-existing, tone 4 in the mental realm. Action measures, power defines, essence form. Today we delve into the mental realm and use our minds to align with our highest potential destiny and define what it is we wish to create in our life. We can utilize all the electrical power generated yesterday and shape it into the form we desire through our thoughts and ideas. Self-existing number 4 takes form and we have ourselves a square shape. Self-existing, measuring and defining, very intelligent, fascinated by self. We now have built a sturdy platform upon which further growth takes place. Dispense with the rest and build your new solid foundations on the basis of your beautiful, elegant, and creative manifestations. What beautiful art will you create? Today we are focused on our highest potential destiny and how we can make it happen. Khan is the seed representing the divine flowering of consciousness into its greatest potential, the illumined mind. In order for our life force to become enlivened and keep energizing, we must think positively. Positive thoughts enhance our vitality, which in turn accelerates our manifestations into form. Beautiful thoughts that seed the connectedness with the harmonic matrix, or geometries of all things, is what allows that spark of life force to keep growing and expanding into the beautiful tapestries of creation. Today's question is, how can my highest potential destiny flower and take form? This day is a key day for understanding your next step within the harmonic matrix of igniting your passion and soul's purpose and that of our planet. It's a lovely day today. Divine blessings for redefining your beautiful existence. In Lakek ala Kin, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 108, yellow, self-existing star. The mantra, the code for today is, I define in order to beautify. Measuring art, I seal the store of elegance. With the self-existing tone of form, I am guided by the power of flowering. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. Aho. And with all these galactic activation portals, gateways, doorways of the mind, opening up, fully activated, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below, what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your visions, your dreams, your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell next to subscribe to get notifications on future uploads. And as always, we have the link in the description below with the transcriptions of today's transmissions. We archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to also thank everyone for their support and pledges on Patreon. I'd like to thank and welcome Divine Sister of the Light, Shonda, and Divine Sister of the Light, Debbie. Thank you both for your pledges and your support and your love. If you'd like to support our mission and work with Prime Disclosure, you can make a pledge on patreon.com/Prime Disclosure. I'd like to also thank Haley for your donation today. Thank you, Divine Sister. We appreciate everything you all do for us in this great mission to assist humanity with this great ascension, this great awakening. 333 coming in. Now I'd like to read a little section from Divine Sister Leo Russell, from God Will Work With You But Not For You, A Living Philosophy. Now Leo was the wife of Dr. Walter Russell, who I reference a lot in these transmissions throughout the years. They were both awakened teachers and geniuses, the original divine twin flame. Not really, of course, there were more before them, but in our timeline, in recent history, They were together in the late 40s through the 60s. Now, what was interesting, some synchronicities, that Leo Russell was born in England. Her birth name was Daisy Stebbing, but when she married Walter in 1948, she changed her name to Leo Russell, which was after the Taoist master Lao Tzu. And at the time, she was 44 years old, and Walter was 77. So we have these synchronicities in the code of these illuminated teachers. I'd love to ask Leo why she pronounced it Leo instead of Lao. Lao, L-A-O, like the Tao, T-A-O or D-A-O. I'm assuming it was her version of the feminine aspect, pronouncing it Leo. But one day when I meet her, I'll ask her on the mothership. What's interesting, too, about Walter Russell, he came into this realm and ascended 92 years apart, but on the exact same day, May 19. He was born in Boston, Massachusetts, May 19, 1871, and ascended May 19, 1963, in Waynesboro, Virginia. And he was a great philosopher, artist, amazing sculptor, builder, musician, scientist. And I have most of their books in my library. Those that follow this channel know that my bedroom is a microcosm of the Library of Alexandria. And we have many books in here, thousands of books, and some of my favorite are the works of Leo Russell and Walter Russell, such as The Secret of Light, Atomic Suicide. Another book that Leo wrote was titled Love, simply Love, which is an amazing book. I also have in my collection her handwritten letter to one of her students or friends. When I listen to her voice of the Divine Goddess, I go into a state of bliss. You can hear some of her recordings on YouTube. And what was also interesting in this book, God Will Work With You But Not For You, it was published, first edition, in 1955. And the publishing house was University Books. The address is 404 4th Street, New York 16. So we have encoded in here the 444, 44, and the 444. So from the chapter titled Mind Consciousness, I'll be reading more from this book in the future. There's a chapter on cosmic consciousness and Christ consciousness. So here's several paragraphs that are synchronic with some of the things we're experiencing today. Jesus said, "Seek ye the kingdom of heaven within you." The genius has come very close to having reached that center which Jesus had himself completely found. When the stage in human unfolding has been reached by enough of the human race to dominate its transactions one with another, wars will be impossible. Material values are the basis of all wars. The genius stage of unfolding places no value whatsoever upon material things. Greed and acquisitiveness is not in it. The sense of evil is not in it. It would be impossible and unthinkable for a Beethoven or Sibelius to even think the inharmonies which are necessary to wage war. The only way to hold a civilization together is to bring a cosmic harmony into it through transactions based upon love. It is impossible to hold it together as a workable organization in any other way. We have now reached the point in this man-made world where hate, suspicion, and greed are sitting at conference tables to bargain with each other. The more they bargain, the greater the necessity for increased armament. Those who sit at the bargaining tables are men, the conquerors, and fathers of conquerors. Women, the mothers and peacemakers, are not with their men at the conference tables. There will never be peace on earth and goodwill toward man until fatherhood and motherhood sit together as world fatherhood and motherhood to extend loving service to one another. Such unbalance is a violation of God's one inviolate law, which no earthly power can set aside and survive, as man is now so futilely trying to do. Perhaps it is that woman is the only hope of saving the civilization. And I couldn't agree more. That's the divine feminine rising up, stepping into her divinity to help balance out the fires and the duality of an unbalanced civilization. Krishnamurti would say the world is on fire and we are the world. The water is rising up. The love is rising up. The healing is rising up, waking up for all of humanity and all sentient beings in this great awakening. And as the goddess energy, the divine feminine, steps fully into her power, consciously and knowingly and lovingly extends that energy and power out into the world to bring into balance and harmony the fires. The waters balance the fire balances the water. And yes, this is the symbol and prophecy of the eagle flying with the condor, the eagle of the north, divine masculine, the winged nation, flies with the condor, divine feminine of the south. And that's symbolized through North America and South America. And as the two come together as one in unity, it's also symbolic of the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere, or Upper Egypt, Lower Egypt, of the brain come into perfect resonance, perfect harmony, perfect balance to activate the divine center, the still white magnetic light at the center of all things, which is connected to the heart of the lion, or what we call Lion's Gate, Lyran Gates. And part of these freedom codes is the courage of the lion. It is also Venus and Mars coming into harmony. The right path and the left path come together in the center. In holy matrimony, it is the water and fire coming into harmony, balancing out each other in the 0 point, in the neutrality of the rise and fall of the sine wave, which we call time. Time and space merge together, heaven and earth come together to help assist humanity in the manifestation of the new earth, the new Eden, paradise in a conscious state we call eternal bliss consciousness, forevermore. So keep walking your sacred path with heart, warriors of the light, fully anchored, fully empowered, uplifted and activated in this great mission of the ascension of Gaia and all sentient beings of pure consciousness. Here and now, the eternal now. I am here now, in this holy vessel where I always am. Have a beautiful and blessed day in this eternal now. I love you all. Namaste.